Good afternoon, and welcome to a presentation of Table Rock Sports, brought to you by Lithia Dodge. Jim McCoy here, along with Johnny McCoy on the camera. We're coming to you live from Jim Maccabee Field over at North Medford High School. A clash of American Legion Titans as the Medford Mustangs, with just 2 losses on the campaign, get set to go against the Farfield Expos out of Northern California. They got a little head start with the way they work the high school season in California, so they come in with 43 games under their belt and a sparkling 35-8 record. As I mentioned, the Mustangs, just 2 losses on the year, but both of them have come against this team. You know that it'll be a real feather in their cap if they can solve the Expos today, and they'll have that opportunity. For the Mustangs, they've been in continuous action since last Thursday, playing up at the Father's Day tournament up in Roseburg. Then yesterday, playing at home, 9-4 victors against the Roseburg Dock Stewarts. The Mustangs jumping out to the early lead, so they come in winners of 4 games in a row. And again, that last loss coming last week against the Expos. Now, lest we make it sound like some kind of David and Goliath matchup, like I said, it's a clash of titans. That the Mustangs, again, just 2 losses on the year, and both of the games have been close against Fairfield, a 7-6 decision in which a Mustang rally came up just short, and then another game in which the Mustangs were bested by a score of 3-2. A beautiful day out here, probably the warmest day we've had in quite some time. Right around 89, 90 degrees at game time, but a nice breeze blowing through here, and they're getting ready to do the national anthem. That'll give us an opportunity to recognize our sponsors, and then we'll be right back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chickens, mouth-watering chicken, and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
The playing of our national anthem is kind of setting things right as we get ready for non-league action between the Fairfield Expos out of Fairfield, California versus the Medford Mustangs. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup, the batting order for the visiting Expos. We'll call that up for you. Leading off and playing center field will be Noah Rada. He'll be followed in the order by the second baseman, Jace Parkinson. Hitting third and playing third base will be Aiden Robles. In the cleanup spot and playing right field is Blake Bazzini. Catching and hitting fifth will be Aaron Strong. The designated hitter hitting sixth will be Grant Kerr. He'll be followed in the order by the right fielder, Gavin Arpaia. The number 8 hitter in the order is the first baseman. That is Bryce DeChosa. And hitting ninth, playing shortstop, will be Drew Carrington. On the mound will be Costello for the Expos, and we'll be meeting him momentarily. For the Mustangs, defensively, they'll come out today with Tanner Douglas at first base, second base, Johnny King, shortstop, Cameron Sewell, and playing over at the hot corner will be Jace Miller. The outfield from left to right will be Aiden Horsley, along with Cody Boragine, and out in right field will be Caleb Long. The catcher today will be Jeremiah Robbins, and taking the hill, kind of the opener for the game, is Frankie Retigliano. The Mustangs, coached by Nate Maben, and he told me earlier today that the plan is to start out with Retigliano. He wants to give some guys some time out there on the bump. Some of these guys who are very good and starters on their high school teams haven't had the opportunity for the Mustangs. This is just their 12th game of the season, and want to get some opportunity for Retigliano. We'll also see Horsley in today's game, and then he'll be followed in relief by another player that hasn't had the opportunity. So right now, going out and warming up, Frankie Retigliano out on the hill. We'll also see him playing in the middle infield for the Mustangs. Thus far on the season, Retigliano seen plenty of time in the middle infield and up at the dish. Most of the work so far for the Mustangs has been taken on by the likes of Tanner Douglas, also Julius Bolstad, who had a nice outing yesterday. Caleb Long has logged some innings along with Owen Thompson, who threw the no-hitter over the weekend at the Roseburg tournament. Retigliano on the hill. And get to Robbins. A pair of North Medford products. Know each other pretty well. Got a pretty good breeze blowing here right before game time. We've got an umbrella to keep the heat off the equipment, but we've had the umbrella try to get away on us a couple of times. Wind kicking up pretty good, blowing out towards left field. If you look out towards left, you can see in your camera shot that that flag is blowing along pretty good. Now, Rada, the center fielder, right-handed hitter, will lead things off. And here we go. Lays down a bunt toward third. Throw down to first is in time. Miller making the play. One pitch, one gone here in the top of the first. Jace Parkinson playing second base for the Expos will stand in. So Rada grounds out 5-3 to open the ball game. There's a strike. Retigliano. It's been a few weeks since he's been seeing some live action on the mound, but looks like maybe the rest has done him some good. That pitch inside as Parkinson gets ahead in the count 2-1. Expos coming in at 35-8 on the season. There's a little bouncing ball to left field. Base hit. So Parkinson gives Farfield their first base runner of the game. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter in the order, the third baseman, Aiden Robles. That pitch called outside as Robles gets ahead in the count, 1-0. So Parkinson, who had a good game yesterday, picking up where he left off. Out of the stretch. Robles ahead in the count here. Parkinson taking a pretty decent lead off first base. That pitch outside. Retigliano out of the stretch. And Robles gets aboard on the base on balls. That'll move Parkinson down into scoring position. Opportunity for Bazzini. Blake Bazzini, left fielder. He can pitch as well. Bazzini looks at that one. Going to make Retigliano work. See some pitches from him. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. Next pitch, that one up high. Bazzini now ahead in the count at 2-1. Scoring opportunity early for the Expos. Inside the pitch call. Now the count at 3-1. Next pitch, that one hit in the air. Fouled away. Runs the count full at 3-2. Brad Hansen, manager for the Mustangs. He's coaching down at third. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And the big K for Retigliano. 2 down now. As he works his way through a little bit of first inning trouble. Coaching staff for Hansen. He's assisted by Ray Canavesio, Jack Canavesio. Also on his staff, Alfred Robles and James Maldonado. Standing in, a catcher who lives up to his name, Aaron Strong, right-handed hitter. 2 down and 2 men aboard. Strong looking at strike one. You know, for Rotigliano, that's a good feeling. Start out ahead on the hitter. That pitch just off the plate as the count goes 1-1. Busy moments at the Medford Jackson County Airport. Has seen 2 planes go by already since the game just got underway. Bouncing ball. Douglas tried to make a play on it. Throw over to first is in time, and the Mustangs get out of the jam. So for the Expos, no runs on 1 hit and 2 runners left on. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with the home half of the first after these messages.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chickens, mouth-watering chicken, and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Here's the batting order for the Lithia Dodge Medford Mustangs. Leading off and playing center field will be Cody Boragine. He'll be followed in the order by shortstop Cameron Sewell. Hitting third and playing first base is Tanner Douglas. Cleanup man is Jace Miller playing third, followed by Aiden Horsley in left field. The catcher hitting sixth is Jeremiah Robbins. Hitting seventh, the DH, Owen Thompson. The number 8 hitter and playing right field is Caleb Long. The number 9 man playing second base is Johnny King. And pitching for the Expos, Blake Costello. Cody Boragine standing in. Great start to the season, hitting .457. Boragine in that leadoff hitter role. Get on base any way he can. Whether by hit, by walk, or whatever means necessary. He shows bunt there. He'll look at that as the count goes 1-0. Boragine, a .528 on base percentage, 21 hits. Has also drawn 6 walks on the campaign. He's only struck out once. You got to love that kind of proclivity for contact at the top of your batting order. Boragine and Sewell, table setters for the Mustangs, both off to excellent starts on the season. Costello, the left-hander. Pitch sweeps through, goes outside. 2-1 the count. A pitch high. Hitters count at 3-1. And Boragine gets aboard to lead off the game for the Mustangs. He'll trot down to first, and that'll bring up Sewell, Mustang shortstop. set the Expos defense for you after the next pitch. Sewell looks at that one for ball one. Defensively for the Expos, it's DeChozo at first, Parkinson at second. Shortstop is Carrington. Third baseman is Robles. A pitch outside. Outfield from left to right is Arpaia, Rada, and Bazzini. The catcher is Strong, and the man on the mound, left-hander, Costello. Behind in the count at 2-0. That pitch inside. Sewell will be taken all the way here, no doubt. 341 hitter on the season. Taking all the way on that one as the count runs 3-1. Boragine. He and Sewell both have good speed and are threats to run. Count now full at 3-2. Runner goes. And Sewell gets aboard. So now we have runners at first and second. Similar scenario to what Ritigliano saw in the Expos half of the inning. Tanner Douglas now up. He looks at the first one and gets ahead at 1-0. Douglas, 457 on the season. Takes a strike there as the count evens up at 1-1. Speed on the paths. Both Boragine and Sewell with 5 steals on the year. Costello now ahead in the count at 1-2. That one poked out to left field. Will that fall in? It will. Douglas gets aboard with a base hit. 1 run will score as the Mustangs get ahead in the ball game at 1-0. RBI single by Tanner Douglas. So first hit of the day for the Mustangs. Produces a run for Medford. Hitting a fly ball out the left field. Jace Miller, this one back deep, and it gets over his outstretched glove. Coming around, looking to score. Coming in is Cameron Sewell, and it's a 2-0 ball game. That one hung in the air for a while. Now, unofficially, we don't have all the scoring on that. I would myself go ahead and rule it a hit. I don't think he got a glove on it, and it kind of proved to be troublesome for him, but like I said, that's just one man's opinion. No pitch to call. Ball. And that will give the Medford Mustangs a 3-0 lead. as Douglas comes home. All of this and no outs in the ball game. The balk call. Now that'll send Miller down to third. So that's one way you take care of a team that you've had a little bit of trouble with. Get on the board early. Try to make them chase the game. Ball hit in the air out to right field. And that will fall for a base hit. Ambling into second. Horsley. As Miller comes around and scores. So Aiden Horsley keeps it going. Now the Mustangs up by a score of 4-0. Drop that one in, and now that'll bring up Jeremiah Robbins, the catcher. That one goes back to the screen, and running down to third, Horsley, the left fielder, now just 90 feet away at third base. Robbins coming into the ball game. Good season so far. .393 average with an OPS of 1.088 for all you sabermetric fans. That's darn good hitting. That's a run producer for you. Ball popped up. There to make the play is Costello. As the wind kicks back up again. Costello takes care of it himself, and so now 6 hitters into the lineup. And the Expos record their first out as Owen Thompson comes up. First pitch, a strike. Thompson, the DH today, hitting .320 on the season. 6 singles, double, and a triple. 9 runs batted in. And an opportunity here as he scoots back, and the count goes even at 1-1. Thompson, as a pitcher, threw a 5-inning no-hitter on Saturday against Bend. Next pitch, that one hit in the air. Catch made in center field, tagging up and coming home. Is Horsley. Sacrifice fly provides Thompson his 10th run batted in of the season, so they're 2 down now. And the base is empty for Caleb Long. First pitch for a strike. Long out of South Medford, .286 on the season. Top on base percentage on the team at .583. So a good eye there at the plate. He shows it there as the count goes even now at 1-1. And with that sac fly, now it's a 5-0 ball game. As the Mustangs put a crooked number on the board. That one pulled foul inside third. Yeah, 1-2 to Long with 2 down in the inning. Next offering. Good eye, evens up the count at 2-2. Next pitch, that one goes back to the screen. Runs the count full at 3-2. On deck hitters, the second baseman, the number 9 man, Johnny King. Next pitch goes inside. And down to first goes Caleb Long.
Second baseman, number 1, Johnny King.
For Long, his team leading at 10th base on balls for the season. Pitch off target. Count goes 1-0. Catches the outside corner, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. Long, the angular right fielder, taking a pretty decent lead there off of first. Costello, who has now walked 3 in the inning and given up 3 hits. Trying to take care of King, comes in hitting 200. 4 hits and 20 at-bats, all singles. 3 runs batted in, and he scored 8 runs. So he's been productive out of that number 9 spot. Ball popped up behind the plate. Strong is there to make the catch. And that will end the Mustang threat in the bottom of the first. Your John L. Scott Lithia Dodge scoreboard. Mustangs with a 5-0 lead, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Memorial Day sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During the Memorial Day sales event, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied.
Getting ready for the top of the second. The Expos find themselves in a position that has not been customary for them. They come in with an incredible 35-8 record, but they trail in this game by a score of 5-0, but as they've proven, they dropped 7 runs on the Mustangs in their first meeting. Ended up winning the ball game by a score of 7-6. Kerr, the designated hitter. Lefty hitter, followed in the order by Arpaia and DeChoso. Next pitch. That went off the plate as the count evens up at 1-1 here in the top of the second. Day off tomorrow, and then it'll be the beginning of the Coach K Memorial Tournament. You like baseball, you'll want to make sure you catch that. Over in the red division, you got the Mustangs, Salem Withnell Dodgers, the Idaho Falls Bandits, the Chico Nuts, and the Reno Knights. One and two, the count to Kerr. That one fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Over in the blue division, The Roseburg Dock Stewarts will be back in town. Farfield will be sticking around and playing in the tournament, and they'll be joined by the Humboldt Eagles, the Las Vegas Aces, and the Klamath Falls Falcons. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Retigliano with his second strikeout of the game. Kerr will go back to the Expos dugout over on the third base side, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Gavin Arpaia. Bouncing ball out the middle, and it finds the seam for a base hit. Some might say the ball had eyes there.
Number 16, Bryce DeCoso.
Or as the great dead ball era hitter Willie Keeler said, we hit them where they ain't. And now one man aboard, one down. DeCoso, pop up on the infield. Miller coming in to make a play, and there's 2 down. You see that breeze giving him a little bit of a trouble there, but able to close the glove on it, record the out.
Shortstop, number 20, Drew Carrington.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Drew Carrington. 2 down. And a runner on first. Carrington looks that one in for a ball. He gets ahead in the count, 1-0. So after a little bit of early trouble for Retigliano, he seems to have found his groove. Swing and a miss as the count goes even at 1-1. Retigliano, the right-hander out of North Medford High School. Behind the plate is battery mate, a fellow Black Tornado in Robbins. A little off-speed pitch, and that one gets Frankie ahead in the count at 1-2. One would imagine that the Expos won't be too daring on the base pass, trailing 5-0. Ball hit out in the air over to right field. Catch made. Closing on the glove on it is Caleb Long, and that will do it. For the Expos, they get a hit. Not able to do anything with it. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the home half of the second right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Bottom of the second. Top of the order due up for the Mustangs. Almost slipped there. Still in the spring season. We're at North Medford High School. Jim Maccabee Field. Field named after the immortal Black Tornado baseball coach. He and I were neighbors for a brief period of time while his house was being remodeled back in the mid-'90s. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And then, of course, many remember his late son, Monty Maccabee, who ended up playing professional ball with the Oakland A's in their minor league system, and in fact spent a season with the Medford A's back in 1980. Boragine will lead off. The center fielder drew a walk and scored his first time up. Left-hander Costello battled his way through an uncharacteristically tough first inning. See how he settles in here in the second. Boragine showing bunt. goes ahead in the count 1-0. Moragine with kind of an open stance with that right foot kind of pointed towards right field. Hits the ball to left. Taking measure of it is Arpaia, and he makes the catch. 1 down in the inning.
Shortstop, number 16, Cameron Sewell.
That'll bring up Cameron Sewell. He walked and scored in the first. Costello gets ahead here, 0-1. Talking about that Coach K Classic, Medford will be playing 2 on Thursday. Pitch goes away, count goes 1-1. The Mustangs will be in action at noon here at North Medford against the Chico Nuts. And then they'll be in action again at 6 p.m., a game that we'll live stream for you as they take on Reno. And Reno, I tell you what, another one of those really tough teams, some good competition, some good baseball there. So again, Medford in action for 2 games on Thursday at noon and at 6 o'clock. Sewell ahead now in the count, 2-1. Make that 3-1. Gets out of the way of that one, and he draws the walk. He'll trot down to first. And Tanner Douglas, who hit an RBI single to left field his first trip to the plate. Sewell, a pretty good lead off of first. Team leader, tied for the team lead in stolen bases with 5. Douglas ahead in the count now at 1-0. Next offering, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. With that RBI single, Douglas has taken the team lead with 14. Well, actually, I should say Horsley remains tied with him as that one gets through for a base hit. Taking third is Sewell. So Douglas now 2 for 2 on the day. And that'll bring up Jace Miller. Miller hit that long drive out to left field that gave some trouble to the left fielder. Like I said, depending upon who you are as a scorer, that may be either ruled an error. That's where instant replay would be nice. Hard, solid drive out to center field, but they're making the catch. For the Expos is Rada, but the run will score as Miller delivers the sacrifice fly.
Fielder, number 5, Aiden Horsley.
School scoring his second run of the day. Pop up on the infield. Looking it in and making the play is Carrington. And that'll end it for the Mustangs, who put another run on the board. It's a 6-0 ball game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more American Legion baseball action right here on TableRockSports.net.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Well, Retigliano's had a pretty good first couple of innings, so why not take another one? We know that this will probably be his final inning of work. And the plan on the part of Coach Nate Maben is to go to Aiden Horsley, who's presently playing left field. But Retigliano, a little bit of trouble to start the ball game. Nothing real bad. He got a couple of runners on, but managed to work his way out of the jam, and then pretty well sailed through that second inning. Kind of a seeing eye base hit in the second. We'll go to the top of the order now. Center fielder Rada grounded out in his first at-bat of the ball game. He laid down a bunt. Darn near legged it out, but Miller, with the throw over to first, was able to record the out. First pitch, pulled foul. So Retigliano, who's given up a pair of hits in the ball game, has 2 strikeouts and a walk, and again, another foul ball. Rada, the Expos center fielder. Looked like that might have been a 59.5-foot curveball in the dirt. And count goes 1-2. You'll see maybe he could try to get Rada reaching a little bit, but Rada with a good eye there lets that one go. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away, and he stays alive. Parkinson, the second baseman on deck, and Robles in the hole. Pitch high. Count runs now to 2-2. Tigliano winds and fires. That pitch fouled off to the right. Count remains at 2-2. Next pitch fouled back to the screen. Rada staying alive. Pitch fouled away. Right, and down goes Rada. One down in the inning. That'll bring up Jace Parkinson. There, let's see the pitcher. Our man down on the truck, Automation, sleeping on the job here, covering up Retigliano. We don't want that, so we'll move that over. Give you a better view of the Mustangs right-hander. Ball hit in the air to left field. Going back on it and making the catch. Aiden Horsley, 2 gone.
Third baseman, number 3, Aiden Robles.
So Parkinson, who had singled to left his first time up, hits it solidly, just hung up there long enough for Horsley to reel it in. Robles, who walked in his first at-bat, stands in against Vertigliano. Gets the barrel around on that one, but ends up pulling it foul. Count even now at 1-1 with 2 gone. Robles, sporting the mullet. Look we saw back in my day. Give you an idea how long that's been, but bringing it back. Little hair sticking out of the helmet there. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and Vertigliano ends the inning with an exclamation point there against Robles. Expos go down, and we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with more for you here on TableRockSports.net.
365 is here to fuel all of your daily adventures. You'll find just what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken. Wherever your next adventure takes you, from the mountains to the coast. And our Peak Rewards app is here to help you save money on fuel. Save at least 16 cents a gallon, so you can travel further on your adventures for less. Daily adventures are just better with Pinnacle 365.
Getting ready for the bottom of the third. And should Maben stay with his plan, Vertigliano, the book on him for today, 3 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and recorded 3 strikeouts. So a good summer outing for Vertigliano. Jeremiah Robbins will be the first hitter we'll see in this half inning, followed by Thompson and Long. Have a pitcher on in relief for the Expos. Eli Blurton, who started against the Roseburg Dock Stewarts last week, comes on in relief of Costello. Costello worked 2 innings. Surrendered 4 hits. And again, this is all unofficial stuff. 5 runs. Ended up walking 4 Mustangs. And Costello with no strikeouts. So Blurton comes in. Little different look with a right-hander. Robbins promptly gets ahead, 2-0. Robbins popped up to the pitcher in the first, so he's 0 for 1 on the day. He's ahead in the count here at 2-1. Robbins coming in at .393. And a nice on-base percentage of .553. He's checking off all the boxes in terms of being a very productive hitter. 11 RBIs on the season. So that puts him right in the thick of guys. And then also 9 walks drawn on the season. And no sooner than I say that, he's aboard on the bases on balls. for Owen Thompson. Thompson hit a sacrifice fly his first time up. Runner on first, nobody down. Pitch outside for Blurton. Next offering is fouled off, even up the count at 1-1. Hitting being all about timing, and pitching being about throwing off that timing. Blurton sees he comes to the plate with pretty good velocity and gets ahead of Thompson 1-2. Actually, make that 2-1. Let me adjust that here real quick. Pitch low and inside. Count 3-1. Bouncing ball up the middle. Flip to second. On to first. Double play. A pitcher's best friend. The double play. Nice work there on the part of the Expos infield. Carrington, Parkinson, and DeChozo there to finish it off. 2 down in the inning. And that'll bring up Caleb Long. Long walked in his first trip to the plate. Long ahead, 2-0. Out of the stretch comes, out of the windup comes Blurton. Count 3-0 with 2 down in the inning. Strike the call. Long now gets to take the walk down to first. That'll be his second bases on balls for the ball game. And that'll bring up Johnny King. King from North Medford High School. Long from South Medford down at first. First pitch is strike to King as the count goes 0-1. King 0 for 1 on the day. Count goes even up now at 1-1. Line drive, that falls in. Base hit to left field. Johnny King with the 2-out single. Mustangs with a pair of runners on. As we go to the top of the order, Cody Boragine hit a fly ball to left field his last time up. Drew a walk and scored in the first. Better calls time. Looks at the ball. The count goes 1-0. Boragine, actually a 2021 graduate, but being a younger member of that class, gets to see one more year of American Legion action. That pitch high. Strong doing a good job of keeping that in front of him. Timeout called. I'm going to have a little meeting of the minds here. Sure, you can discuss a couple of different things. First of all, infield and the defense discussing their options and where you're going to go, depending upon where the ball is hit. And also there, perhaps pitching coach for the Expos seeing something there, a little flaw in the delivery. So they'll discuss that. So Medford, who had struggled previously, well, I shouldn't necessarily say struggled. They were both close games, one-run decisions. But after the Expos had taken 2 games against Medford, the Mustangs, combination of showing a good eye at the plate and some timely hitting and also some good pitching by Retigliano, find themselves up 6-0 here in the bottom of the third. Boragine taking all the way there as the count goes 3-1. Blurton looking to try to get out of the inning. Bouncing ball up the middle. Shortstop will step on second, and that will wrap things up for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the third. Still a 6-0 ball game. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with more American Legion baseball action right here on TableRockSports.net.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chickens, mouth-watering chicken, and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Number 5, Aiden Robles.
Aiden Horsley into the ball game in relief of Retigliano. Retigliano with 3 shutout innings of work. And like Retigliano, Horsley getting an opportunity to see some time on the hill.
Right fielder, number 10, Blake Bozzini.
Horsley making his first appearance of the season on the mound. North Medford star started out the game in left field. Now comes in to pitch. Zini gets ahead of him. And no sooner than I say that, even things up now at 1 apiece, Zini struck out in his first at-bat, playing right field today. pounds that one into the turf. And the count goes 1-2. So if you're looking to catch the Mustangs in action on Thursday at the Coach K Classic as Bozzini goes down on strikes, the Mustangs will play both of their Thursday games here. 12 o'clock game against Chico and the 6 o'clock game against Reno. For those of you watching down the way in Fairfield and want to see your team, they'll be over at Harry and David Field if you come up Thursday at 1 o'clock against the Roseburg Dock Stewarts. Parkinson, 1 for 2 on the day. That one gets a wicked hop. Throwing across the infield is Sewell. And the throw is in time. You see it ricocheted off of something there, but Sewell did a good job of looking that one in, and the play goes 6-3. 2 down in the inning. Kerr, the DH. Looks at that one for a ball as the count goes 1-0. He's ahead in the count now. Kerr struck out against Retigliano in his first at-bat. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And the count goes 2-1. With the foul ball, that'll even up the count, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here on the top of the 4th, Mustangs with the 6-0 lead early against the 35-8 Fairfield Expos. They've been at it since early May. Count now full at 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Horsley, solid in his first inning of work on the hill. Down go the Expos, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 4th right after this timeout.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Memorial Day sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During the Memorial Day sales event, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Update our John L. Scott Lithia Dodge scoreboard. Mustangs with 6 runs on 5 hits. Expos, no runs, 2 hits in the ball game. On in his second inning of work will be Eli Blurton in relief of Costello, who started the ball game. Cameron Sewell officially 0 for 0 on the day because he's drawn 2 walks. So Cameron now with $11 walks on the season. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th. Sewell with some nice work defensively on the infield. Took what could have been a troublesome ground ball, made a nice play on it. Good solid throw to first. Count even at 2-2 to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th. And he'll go down on strikes. So Blurton takes care of Sewell, and that'll bring up Tanner Douglas. South Medford Star 2 for 2 on the day. He'll foul that one away. Douglas, not only a good hitter, he's a good pitcher too. Seen plenty of work here in the early campaign for the Medford Mustangs. And I'm quite sure we haven't seen the last of them. One of the things you have to like about this Mustangs team, a lot of depth just about everywhere you look, including the pitcher's mound. Looks at the off-speed pitch as the count goes 1-1. Inside. Looked like kind of a borderline pitch from here, and the count goes even now at 2-2. Blurton looks in for the sign. Out of the windup. And as Douglas looks, that'll run the count full at 3-2. Next pitch. Gets the strike call, and there's 2 down. Much to the chagrin of the Mustang faithful in attendance. So Douglas out now, and that'll bring up Jace Miller. Miller hit a deep line drive out to left field that ate up the left fielder, and then has also hit a sacrifice fly on the day. Heading the count now at 2-0. Count goes to 3-1. 3-0, I should say. Miller will look that one in as Blurton works it in for a strike. Next pitch fouled off to the right, and now the count goes full at 3-2. So Blurton's thrown his share of pitches, but he's gotten the pitches he's needed. Let's see what he does here. Off-speed pitch. Outside. Miller down to first with 2 down. Aiden Horsley started the day in left field. Pitched the last inning for the Mustangs. Horsley 1 for 2 on the day and scored a run. Starts out ahead, 1-0. Blurton paints the corner, evens the count up at 1-1. Strike the call. Count goes 1-2. Count will now even up at 2-2. Right-handed hitting Horsley from North Medford. That one you could hear, he actually caught a part of the bat as he was trying to get out of the way. Blurton running into a little bit of trouble with control here. But a testament to his fortitude, like I said, when he needs to get that out pitch, he's managed to get it so far on the day. Pitch pulled foul. Count remains at 2-2 as Horsley remains alive. On deck, hitter is Jeremiah Robbins. A little floater, and we'll run the count full, and now at 3-2. Ground ball to short. Throw across to first base. And it's in time. So Blurton runs into a wee little bit of trouble, manages to get out of the inning. It's a 6-0 ball game. We'll be back with the top of the 5th after this timeout.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Top of the fifth we go. Aiden Horsley will remain on the hill for the Mustangs. He had a clean inning in his first inning of work against the Expos. But Gavin Arpaia, left fielder, going to see what he can do about that. Hit a single up at the middle in his first at-bat. Looks that one in for a ball as the count goes 1-0 here at Jim Maccabee Field at North Medford High School. Beautiful first day of summer. Horsley evens it up at 1-1. Got a nice breeze blowing here. That pitch pounded into the dirt. 86 degrees. Warmest day we've had in some time. 1-2 the count. And that one, for Arpaia, manages to just get that inside the line as he gets aboard for a base hit. Miller tried like the Dickens to try to make a play out of it, but between the good wheels of Arpaia and just hitting it just right, he's able to get aboard. So he's 2 for 2 on the day. Bouncing ball to right field. Base hit for DeChozo. The Expos trying to stage a rally here, top of the fifth. 2 hitters on. Robbins going to come out to the mound to have a brief discussion with Horsley. DeChozo at first, Arpaia at second. Carrington, who flew out to center field in his first at-bat, is the hitter. Late contact, pulls that foul. Count 0-1. Expos trying to get their first runs on the board. You got 2 on with nobody out. Horsley out of the stretch. Count evens up now at 1-1. That 1-2 now. Get caught up on the scoreboard here. That one hit foul. So at least it looks like from here, Horsley's got him swinging late. They're getting some contact. Just enough here that Carrington remains alive at 1-2. The pitch. And that one, that's foul. That's fair. Coming across, Arpaia will score, and it's a 6-1 ball game. So Carrington yanks that one just inside the third baseline.
Center fielder, number 2, Noah Rada.
So now it's a 6-1 ball game. Runners now at second and third. Tristan Wallace now behind the plate for the Mustangs into the ball game after the pitching change. Robbins started out behind the plate today. Ground ball to third. Throw back to second. Nice play there. You see now why they call it the hot corner. Rada thought he had something there, but Miller there to record the out. 2 down now in the inning. First pitch of ball to Parkinson. Parkinson singled to left and flown out to left. Ground ball up the middle, but there is Sewell. He makes the play. And that will do it for Fairfield. However, they put a run on the board. It's a 6-1 ball game. When we come back, we'll bring you the bottom of the fifth here on TableRockSports.net.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Home half of the fifth inning, and a new pitcher into the ball game for the Fairfield Expos. Into the ball game, right-hander Trevor Morse, who also catches for the Expos. He's into the ball game. And leading off for the Medford Mustangs is Tristan Wallace. Wallace coming off the Mustang bench, playing catcher. Tristan out of Cascade Christian High School, hitting .304 on the season. Seven hits, 2 of them for doubles, an RBI. 3 runs scored and 6 walks. So Wallace with an on-base percentage of .529. Wallace hits that one in the air to left. It looks like trouble, and it is. Tristan Wallace motors in to second with a head-first dive. Wallace gets that one to fall in. He's in scoring position now. Colton Morgan. He's now in the ball game as the left fielder. Horsley started out there, and then, of course, he's been pitching the last 2 innings in relief of Retigliano. Morgan, pop up on the infield. That seems to hang up there for about forever and a day. The Parkins there to make the play. And there's one down. Long the right fielder. Looks at a strike as the count goes 0-1. Long, who does a nice job of looking for something he can hit, has drawn 2 walks on the day. Morse looks back towards second. Wallace, who also plays running back for the Challengers during the fall. So he's a big guy, but he can move around pretty good. Pitch outside as the count evens up now at 1-1. Fouled off to the right as the count now goes to 1-2. Mustangs trying to get their separation back. They had broke out to a 6-0 lead, and then the Expos put their first run of the day on the board in the last half inning. This Expos team, no lead against them is safe. So Caleb Long and company would love nothing more to put another run on the board here. Morse out of the stretch, comes to the plate. And now the count full at 3-2. Long, if you were to look at a box score, you would say 0 for 0. But the reality of it is 3 plate appearances, 3 walks. Now we have runners at first and second. Johnny King, who has a hit in this ball game, up at the plate with an RBI opportunity here with 1 down. Pitch goes for a strike. So we got 2 on. 1 down. 1-1 the count. Morse. That one high. Strong doing a good job there to keep it from getting away. Ball hit in the air to right center field, and that one will fall in. And coming around, motoring home, Tristan Wallace. Johnny King, second hit of the day. That'll bring a runner home. Now it's a 7-1 ball game. Cody Boragine now up to hit. 0 for 2 on the day. Walked and scored in the first. Bouncing ball to second. Only plays to first, and he gets the out there. Runners will move up. 4-3 on the play. Cameron Sewell walked twice, scored twice, and struck out once. Next pitch, off target by Morse. Count now 2-0. 2 down, runners at second and at third. Strike the call as the count goes 2-1. Sewell, with the 2 runs scored on the day, now has 15 on the year. Ball popped up. Parkinson there closes the glove on it. And that'll do it for the Mustangs. However, they put one more run on the board and make it a 7-1 ball game on your John L. Scott Lithia Dodge scoreboard. We'll pause for messages, and we'll be right back.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We go to the top of the 6th. New pitcher, third of the day for the Medford Mustangs. Johnny King looking to pick up a little bit of work on the bump. Retigliano started the ball game through 3 shutout innings. Horsley, in 2 innings of work, surrendered the 1 run. King, his second appearance, just throwing a third of an inning, just faced 1 batter, throwing 6 pitches so far on the young season, so looking to pick up a little bit of work here. Robles, bouncing ball to short. Sewell has it. Throws in the dirt. But nice play.
Right fielder, number 10, Blake Bozzini.
And we have 1 down. So 6-3 goes to play. Bozzini, who struck out twice on the day. King opens with a strike to him. Pops that one up. A pair of defenders close in on it. Left fielder making the play. Colton Morgan. And now there's 2 down. So far, smooth sailing for Johnny King. Been a busy guy today. 2 for 3 at the plate. Gets that one over for a strike, and he goes ahead 0-1. Aaron Strong, who's grounded out twice. Gets a hold of that one. Good drive out to left field. And it's gone. So the big fly by Strong makes it a 7-2 ball game. Aaron Strong living up to his name to make it 7-2.
Batting for Kerr, number 34, Peyton Olds.
Pinch hitter in the ball game, Peyton Olds, hitting for Kerr. Fouls that one off. Count 0-1. Pitch in the dirt. That'll even things up. Ball hit in the air. It's deep, but there to make the play. For the Mustangs, Boragine. So the Expos pick up a run here in the top of the 6th. Mustangs maintain a 7-2 lead. We'll be back with more right after this timeout.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
New pitcher into the ball game for the Expos. Grant Kerr, who started the game as the designated hitter, will come in and pitch. And though he hits left-handed, he's a right-handed thrower. So he'll come on in relief of Morse. And right out of the gate, Kerr will get a little challenge here as he takes on Tanner Douglas. Douglas 2 for 3 on the day. So he's going to face the heart of the order, led by the number 3 hitter, Tanner Douglas. Jace Miller on deck. Douglas started the game at first base, and now he's out playing right field. Douglas will look at that one for a ball as the count goes 1-0. Douglas, recent graduate of South Medford High School, going to go on and play at the next level. Get some good summer ball work in here. He'll pop that one up. And that'll go out of play. Douglas, leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 6th. Team up by a score of 7-2. Ball hit in the air to left center field. Calling for it is the left fielder, Arpaia, and there's one down.
Shortstop, number 3, Jace Miller.
That play goes F7. Jace Miller singled, walked, hit a sacrifice fly. Number 4 hitter in the Mustang order. Called strike. And the count goes 1-1. Hard drive hit out to left center field. That will bounce to the wall. Jace Miller looking to take 3 here. And he's into third base standing up. He got the barrel on that one. That one bounced to the wall, and with his good wheels, he pulls into third base with a triple.
First baseman, number 27, Bo Aldrich.
Bo Aldrich hitting, St. Mary's product. RBI opportunity here in the bottom of the 6th. Aldrich hits that one. Tough play there. But coming in and scoring, Jace Miller. Now, there was a question there as to whether or not that Miller had properly tagged up. Wallace swings through that one. Count goes 0-1. The score remains 7-2. Wallace looks at that one. Now ahead in the count, 2-1. Wallace muscled the drive out to left center field his last at-bat. Ended up scoring a run. Now he faces Kerr with a 2-2 count and 2 gone. That one fouled away. Wallace stays alive at 2-2. Wallace with 6 home runs for the Cascade Christian Challengers during his high school season. Mainly a catcher. We'll see a little bit of him at first and a little bit of action in the outfield from time to time. Appeal down to first. He didn't go. Then the count goes 3-2. Tristan Wallace drawing the walk with 2 down. He'll go down to first. Colton Morgan coming in off the bench to play left field for the Medford Mustangs. He'll come and see if he can't bring Wallace around. Ground ball down to third. Throw across the infield. Gets away from the first baseman. Now we have runners at second and third with 2 down. Robles trying to make the play over there at third. Hard throw across the infield.
Your third baseman, number 18, Caleb Long.
Caleb Long now playing third base for the Mustangs after Douglas moved over from first out to right field. So Coach Nate Maben doing a little bit of plug and play here. So the scoreboard now reflecting an 8-2 ball game. So without the benefit of being able to know what the discussion was there, it does look like that they did indeed say that Miller had tagged up and had successfully scored the run. So now we have runners at second and third. All hit foul. Long. He's drawn 3 walks on the day. First base open with 2 down. That pitch over for a strike. Kerr ahead of the count at 1-2. Out of the stretch, comes to the plate. Ground ball hit to the right side. Diving play. Can't get a hold of it. And a pair of runs will score. So Long, with an on-base percentage of 1,000 on the day, officially 1 for 1, but has drawn 3 walks on the day. Couple of runs come home on the play as Johnny King, the pitcher, stands in. Now unpounded in the dirt foul. We got runner at first, 2 down. And the count 0-1 to King. King 2 for 3 on the day. Hits a good solid line drive to left field, but there to make the catch is Arpaio. And that'll do it for the Mustangs, but they've got 10 on the board now. A good day for them. And now we'll go to the top of the 7th with Medford out front 10-2.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Go to the top of the 7th. Expos down to their last 3 outs. Mountain to climb here, down by 8. Johnny King came on in the 6th. We'll try to finish this one out for the Medford Mustangs, pursuing their 5th consecutive victory.
Number 7, Gavin Arpaia.
Gavin Arpaia, 2 for 2 on the day. That one inside. Sure, that was not intentional by any means, but back in the day, you would say he spun his cap a little bit there. Next pitch, fouled back to the screen as the count goes even at 1-1. Have little doubt these two teams will probably see each other again during the Coach K Classic, which will start on Thursday. Got games set to go at Harry and David Field. That one popped out of play. 1-2. For Fairfield, it'll be the designated home team at Harry and David Field at 1 o'clock against the Roseburg Dock Stewarts. Pop up on the infield. Reeled in for out number 1. The Mustangs will open play at noon against the Chico Nuts. They will be the designated home team. The Nuts will at 12 o'clock, and they'll be right here at Jim Maccabee Field. And then they'll play again here at 6 o'clock against Reno, which should be a barn burner of a game. And we'll be here to broadcast it for you on TableRockSports.net. Ball hit in the air to left field. Morgan there to make the play. And there's 2 down.
Shortstop, number 20, Drew Carrington.
Drew Carrington, 1 for 2 on the day. He flew out to center field and then hit a single to the left. Pulls it foul as the count goes 0-1. Another foul ball as the count goes 0-2. Fairfield coming in with a sparkling record of 35-8. For the Mustangs, a real feather in your cap win if matters hold as they are. Pop up. Wallace loses the mask and tries to make a play there, but it'll go out of play. Carrington remains alive at 0-2 with 2 down in the top of the 7th, and this a 7-inning ball game. Mentioned the Thursday games on Friday in the Coach K Classic. And a strikeout called there, and the Medford Mustangs pick up the win. So Medford, with their 5th consecutive victory, defeat the Fairfield Expos by a score of 10-2. We'll take a quick break, and then after that, we'll do a quick post-game wrap right here on TableRockSports.net.
And memories are made. Taprock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Medford Mustangs win their 5th straight and run their record to 10-2 with a statement win against Farfield by a score of 10-2. As you'll recall, these two teams had faced each other twice before, and in both of those games, the Expos pulled out 1-run decisions. But today, Medford got out of the gate with 5 runs early against Costello, added another in the second to make it 6-0. On top of that, Retigliano with a solid start, 3 shutout innings in relief. Now, he did not pitch enough innings to qualify for the win. Aiden Horsley ends up picking that up in relief, and then Johnny King followed him to close out the ball game. But for the Mustangs, they end up, as you can see, 10 runs on 9 hits. They commit no errors. For the Expos, 2 runs on 6 hits and just 1 miscue in the field. But the signature of, to me, of the Lithia Dodge Medford Mustangs is their patience at the plate. They drew 5 walks against Costello, and then when you pepper in the hits to go along with that, well, some good things are going to happen, and they did that today, especially when you add that with good pitching and some clean fielding as well. Well, we thank you for joining us today, our first American Legion broadcast of the season. But we'll be back at it again. The second game of the day for the Mustangs on Thursday will be against Reno, and we'll be bringing you that ball game. That's at first pitch at 6 o'clock. For Johnny McCoy, I'm Jim McCoy. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we look forward to being with you again right here on TableRockSports.net.